This is probably one of my favorite topics because I did not learn about my cycle, right? So about my menstrual cycle. Yes, I understood like okay, well, yeah, women have periods and all that and like bleh. But I didn't really understand the science behind it and how it could affect me as an athlete. I didn't know. And more research is coming out about the female athlete. And we're different. All right. And there's a book. There's actually two books that I recommend. I should have got them out, but they're both of them are by Dr. Stacy Sims. So Roar, this is her older one. She came out with a updated version, right? So you can get this off of Amazon. So Roar, this is her first book, and then this is her second book, Next Level. All right, and her claim to fame is women are not small men because we aren't. All right. And she has committed her life to studying the female athlete. And it's awesome. And just a side note, everybody here is an athlete. Okay. So everybody here is an athlete. You're like, well, I don't play sports. I never have, whatever. I hike or I fish or, it's just, I just work out. That's still considered an athlete. All right. And if you are a mom or want to be a mom, the birthing process is the most athletic event you will ever do in your life. Prove me wrong. All right. It is the most athletic event you will ever do in your life. If you want to have kids or if you already had kids, that is the most athletic event you've ever had. All right. And you cannot tell me that you are not an athlete. Hikers are an athlete. Walkers are an athlete. Everybody is an athlete. All right. It's just changing that mindset. So, today we're talking all about the female cycle and just understanding it. And so I know that there were a lot of questions around this. And there's a lot of information. All right. So this is definitely going to hit like 45 minutes to an hour. So if you're watching this, we're watching the recording, just know that it's going to take like at least 45 minutes to an hour. Just because there is a lot of information. And if I don't answer your questions, please like let me know and I will do a follow-up on Thursday. All right. Because again, there's just so much information and I love it. All right. So, ladies, have you ever noticed that sometimes sometimes of the month, you feel fit, lean, athletic, sexy AF, and then without changing a thing, you find yourself feeling sluggish and frumpy. And you're just like, I'm a whale, right? Just a couple of weeks later, you are not alone. All right. Our hormones fluctuate throughout the month, and this directly impacts your metabolic rate and the ability to use adipose tissue, fat, as a fuel source. So I'm going to break it down and talk some strategies about that. But first, we have to go over some basic physiology. All right. So each month, women move through 4 hormone phases. Yeah, 4 hormone phases. And during these phases, our key sex hormones, there's 3 big ones, fluctuate. And these directly impact metabolic rate, energy levels, strength capacity, and muscle recovery rates. Right? So there's a handful of hormones, a handful of key hormones, but I'm going to talk about 3 big ones: estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Yes, you have testosterone even as a female. All right. So the first one, estrogen. All right. It is the primary female hormone, and it's a potent anabolic hormone that helps protect against exercise-induced muscle damage. Anabolic is a muscle building state, if you will. All right. Catabolic is a breakdown state. All right. So estrogen helps prevent that muscle loss during exercise. All right. So while also reducing inflammatory responses. Progesterone, or your progestation hormone, right, supports a healthy conception. This is only produced after ovulation, and it increases protein synthesis by 50%. Progesterone also decreases insulin response and allows the body to metabolize fat for energy. Testosterone, it peaks during ovulation to trigger the release of the luteinizing hormone, or LH, to release the egg for ovulation. Testosterone increases endurance capacity, strength capacity, and lean mass development. All right, testosterone is the key hormone for males. This explains why, naturally, men are stronger than women. All right, because they have more testosterone. That's not to say that like women cannot be as strong as men, but it's been proven. All right, men and women are different. Testosterone in women, it also helps increase glucose consumption, especially during high intensity anaerobic exercise. Okay. Now, those are the three big hormones, the three key hormones. Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm still alive. It said that I wasn't. So I was like, oh no, before I dive in or further into it. Okay. So those are the three key hormones. Okay. So now the 4 phases. So those 3 hormones fluctuate through these 4 phases. All right. During each phase, there are distinct changes in the key hormones that influence metabolic rate, energy levels, and the ability to burn fat. Okay. The first phase is menstrual phase. All right. So days 1 through 5. Okay. So day 1, you got your period. Okay. Day 1 through 5. This is the menstrual phase. This is when your hormones are at the lowest. Okay. And your body is shedding that excess uterine lining. Due to those low hormone levels, it is natural to feel tired. You are not a lazy POS. Okay. It is a hormone response. So it's natural to feel tired, want to rest more, and experience a low strength potential. All right. So on the days that you go into the gym and you're like, why does this 15 pounds feel like 50? I lifted it completely fine 2 weeks ago. Might be your hormones. Okay. So your body is demanding a natural deload. Okay. So this is the time to do it. What does that mean in training terms? That means like, hey, scale back. All right. Scale back. If you need to take more rest, then take it. If you feel like working out, keep your intensity low. Right. So just no like super high intensity exercise. Listen to your body. All right. You are the best advocate for your body. Period. I could end that right there. You are the best advocate for your body. You know your body better than I do, better than anybody else. Okay. So understanding how you feel, understanding your energy levels, understanding your cycle is so important when it comes to utilizing it for training, right? Utilizing it for your health goals. Okay. Instead of using our hormones, using our period as an excuse and as a burden, use it to your advantage. Okay. So that's the key. So your body is demanding a natural deload. So this is the time to do it. If you need more rest, take it. If you feel like working out, keep your intensity low. At first, focus on walking, mobilizing, stretching. And then as your energy starts to climb, focus on low intensity lifting. All right. Low intensity lifting is different for everybody. Somebody's low intensity could be lifting 20 pounds, while somebody else's is 40 pounds. Everybody is different. Okay. Everybody is different. I can't say like, oh, 10 pounds is a low intensity. Or I can't say 20 pounds is low intensity for everybody because again, everybody is different. Okay. So think higher rep sets, low RPE, right? So rate of perceived exertion, RPE. So say on a scale of 1 to 10, 0, you are a couch potato. All right. It's easy. No big deal. Okay. You're picking up a pin. 10, you cannot pick up that weight. That is effing hard. Okay. 0 to 10, or I guess 1 to 10. You want to keep around like a 5. Okay. Focus on the quality of contraction, of muscle contraction, right? This ensures that you get the most from your workout without burning out. Okay. So, for example, all right, you can complete a bodybuilding style workout with rep ranges of 12 to 20 with an RPE of no more than 5. So, meaning that you are selecting weights that you can easily move, focus on that contraction for like 15 to 20 reps or 12 to 20 reps. Okay. Cardio wise, go for a walk. Go for a walk. Go for a gentle yoga. I like to do rucks. All right. So a weighted backpack. I like to go for rucks. Okay. My pace is slow. Okay. I'm not going to lie. My pace is slow. I'm not trucking. Okay. It's nice and easy, but I know at least like mentally, I have a ruck. I'm still moving. All right. I'm still kind of moving weight. So that is the menstrual phase. Now we're moving into the follicular phase, days 6 through 10. All right. So your body is preparing an egg for ovulation. So your estrogen begins to rise and then will reach its highest right at ovulation. Okay. Estrogen is your energy hormone. It increases energy. It improves metabolic rate. It increases anabolic response to exercise, that muscle building, all right? Muscle building response to exercise. And it robustly improves response to endurance exercise. As estrogen rises, your body can use more glycogen, right? So that muscle sugar, if you will, that muscle energy. Which improves your ability to handle endurance training and weightlifting. So capitalize on this by focusing on building muscle, hypertrophy. You can do endurance type lifting, keep reps moderately high with a moderate RPE. All right. So again, rate of perceived exertion. As you get near the end of your follicular phase, when estrogen is close to peaking, focus on pushing higher strength capacities. Use this to your advantage. You just got done with a shitty week of feeling weak. All right. That was, yeah, a shitty week, double E of feeling weak, EA. All right. But use this to your advantage. You have energy now. You're feeling good. You're like, oh, finally, I got it. All right. Prioritize heavy weights. All right. Around like 70 to 75% max medium reps with minimal rest periods. So this type of training capitalizes on the naturally quicker recovery time benefits from estrogen. Thank you, estrogen. So now, for example, right, you could do 4 sets of 8 of compound exercises like bench press, deadlift, shoulder press, squat. I'm a big fan of compound exercises. If you're my one-on-one client or one of my one-on-one clients, you know I love my compound lifts. All right. So yeah, do 4 sets of 8 compound exercises with 75. I like to go 60 to 90 seconds of rest in between. 75 is a good middle. Cardio wise, this is where high intensity interval training, right? HIIT training is ideal for improving cardiovascular fitness during like the later follicular phase. You could even go for longer hikes, faster rucks, right? Now, like you got that weighted backpack, now you can truck. You're like speed walking. All right. This is the time to do it. Now, third phase, the ovulatory phase. Okay. This is like days 11 through 15. Okay. Estrogen continues to rise. Testosterone peaks to help your body release the egg for ovulation. Due to this spike, your energy, your strength capacity is through the roof. This is when you are feeling like Superwoman. You're like, let's effing go. I'm going to move that mountain and then I'm going to run this marathon afterwards, right? You are feeling good. All right, so due to the rise in testosterone, your body is also more willing to burn fat. All right, so as a fuel source. So it can store and use carbohydrates as energy. Okay. Again, like throughout this entire thing, you are still tracking your food. Calories and protein are still number one. Okay. Now, high intensity exercise and anaerobic exercise, think like strength training, intervals, HIIT training, can only be fueled by carbs. Okay, so carbs are the primary fuel source for our body to burn, right? So this is the time to push your intensity. Prioritize maxing out your weight from like 80% to 100% capacity. This is the time to find your max. All right, your max weight, right? So setting PRs, this is the time to do it. And then think like lower reps, minimal rest. This leverages the benefits of both testosterone and estrogen being at its peak. All right. So, for example, with exercise, you could perform 5 to 10 sets of 1 to 3 reps of compound exercises. Again, squats, pull ups, deadlifts, shoulder press, you know it. All right. With like 30 to 60 seconds of rest in between. Okay. Cardio wise, HIIT training is ideal for this phase. If you are a rucker, right? So you like to go for weighted walks like me, hills. All right. This is the time to do those hill intervals. Getting ready for hunting season. This is it. All right. So throw on some heavy weight, pack your pack a little bit heavier, go for a longer distance. All right. Pick up the pace, really get trucking. All right. This is the time to do it. Now, moving into the last phase, the luteal phase. Now, there is an early phase and a late phase. Okay, so technically this is like 5 phases, but it's 4, right? So the luteal phase can be broken up into 2 phases. Okay, so the early luteal phase, days 16 through 19. Okay, three days, 16 through 19. After ovulation, right? After your body has released the egg, estrogen and testosterone start to drop. Progesterone, right? Progesterone starts to increase. Progesterone helps increase protein synthesis rate and support muscle recovery. To ensure your body has enough potential or enough for potential conception if you're trying to make a baby. All right. So, to ensure your body has enough for potential conception, the metabolic demand increases during this time. Insulin reactivity decreases. Estrogen will rise steadily again during this phase, right? So it went up at its peak, and both estrogen and testosterone drops, progesterone increases. I have a graph. I'll show y'all. Estrogen will rise steadily again in this phase, contributing to supporting the anabolic response to resistance training. All right. So it's not like you automatically switch to, oh no, I'm losing all my muscle. No. Okay. In this phase, you still have the capacity to train heavier. Okay. From like 85 to 100% capacity. With a low, medium rest periods, longer recovery times. All right. And increased metabolic rate mean that recovery from these workouts is key. Take advantage of recovery. All right. This is an ideal time, again, to go for a PR. Okay. So ovulatory phase, early luteal phase is the ideal time to go for a personal record because you have the strength capacity and the time to recover between sets. So, for example, with training, you could complete 3 sets of 2 to 6 reps of compound exercises and 6 to 10 reps for accessory movements. Whatever complements that compound lift, right? If you're doing a shoulder press for your compound lift, you could throw in lateral raises, rear delts, biceps, etc. All right, with 1 minute rests in between. Cardio wise, use a moderate intensity while estrogen is still high, right? So think of like Stairmaster, long rucks, hill rucks, all right? Incline walking or cycling. Now, the late luteal phase, days 20 through 28. Okay, you are getting ready to start your period again. If conception does not occur, progesterone levels will start to decline along with estrogen levels, with levels getting their lowest right before the start of your period. Okay, so again, everything is tanking. All right, all of your hormones, the key hormones, are starting to drop. You're starting to get tired. Okay, due to this decline, your body's ability to handle intensity diminishes, and there is an increased stress response associated with intense exercise during this phase. Okay, so this is not the time to go for a PR. Okay, this is not the time. Sorry, my nose itches. Metabolic demand is higher during this time, and the body is less willing to utilize fat as fuel. Okay, this is like everything is dropping. All right, energy levels are tanking. Cravings are starting to happen. You're wanting more, like more carbs. You want that fast sugar to help spike your blood sugar for energy. All right, this is why. All right, because metabolic demand is higher, but your hormones are unable to support that because everything is tanking, getting ready to start your period. Okay, as your hormones start to decline, so does your strength capacity and your body's ability to handle intensity. Okay, so fat storage is higher here, and so is increased cortisol spikes due to overtraining can lead to diminished results. So this is where deloading, okay, focus on lower strength capacity, 55 to 70%, higher reps, longer recovery. Okay. So, for example, complete sets 8 through 12 reps of both compound exercises and accessory movements with 1 minute of rest between sets. All right. So, some big takeaways because I gave you a lot of science, I gave you a lot of information. Okay. Some big takeaways. 1, you are not crazy or unmotivated when it comes to your workouts. Your body is going through major shifts across each cycle phase. Rather than trying to force your body into submission and risk overtraining, adapt your intensities. This does not mean completely stop working out. That is not what I mean. I mean, if it says that you should be going for a PR, but you are about to start your period, your energy levels are low, you feel weak, maybe not. Maybe scale back. Okay. Still lift weights, but maybe not as heavy. All right. Adapt your intensities and to match these. All right. Again, throughout the entire phase, like all 4 phases, you are still tracking your calories and your protein. All right. You have to. That is what needs to be the most consistent. Tracking your food, tracking your calories, tracking your protein. Because I know for me, like when it comes to me starting my period, nothing will beat my craving for chocolate. I want like that dark, like bitter chocolate with some sea salt. Woo! That is what I crave. That is what I'm going to have. But I'm going to track it so I don't go overboard because I still have a health goal. Okay. Rather than using your period as an excuse, use it to your advantage. Okay. So, second key, You should not have the same workout goals or even calorie burn goals for every for every single workout. Setting those standards sets you up for failure. Your weeks are different. All right, week to week to week to week are different. Okay. You may not burn as many calories during your ovulatory phase. You may not burn as many calories. Wait, hold on. I'm saying it backwards. During your menstrual phase, you may not burn as many calories as you will in your ovulatory phase. All right. That's okay. That is okay. You're still moving. You're moving low intensity. All right. You're still focusing on your calories and your protein. That is okay. You may be sneaking some chocolate in there, trying to like, all right, I'm getting rid of this apple and I'm going to have chocolate instead. Okay. Okay. You're still tracking. You're still hitting your calorie goal. All right. But as far as like your calorie burn goal, you won't be burning the same amount of calories. You won't be lifting the same amount of weights. Okay? That is okay. Don't set yourself up for failure. Also, that reflects it on the scale too. Week to week to week is different each time because of our hormones, because of the food that we eat, because of how much water we're drinking. All right? It just is. The scale is not everything. The scale is not everything. I'm going to make that a t-shirt. The scale is not everything. Okay? It's simply a data point. Now, you can use specific splits, like training splits and performance training techniques to match your hormonal capacities during each phase. All right, this means each week you will get a new rep range, intensity goal, RPE goal to tap into the potential. Honestly, go by feel. If you're feeling good, dude, go for it. All right, balls to the wall. Let's go. All right. It might change from one workout to the next, depending on when your cycle phases fall during each week. All right. But your progressive overloads should align with your natural hormone capacities and unlock those better results without compromising your hormone health. All right. So again, I know this is a lot, y'all. I know this is a lot, but understanding it is key. Okay. So I want to show you that share screen. I want to show you that graph that I found. Here it is. It's a lot. All right. So here's the 4 phases. All right. So menstrual, follicular, ovulation, and then the luteal phase. All right. Here are the 3 big hormones. We didn't really talk about follicle stimulating hormone, right? But you replace testosterone with these 2. Okay. Estradiol is estrogen. Okay. So menstrual phase, look at how low all of this is. All right. So all of this is low. That is why our energy sucks. Okay. Right here. So our estrogen is starting to increase. Thank you, estrogen. And you are giving us energy. All right. Whoa, that was weird. And then all right here. So you have testosterone, estrogen, FSH, all of the things. All right. All the things are peaking. We are feeling good. We are feeling like Superwoman. This is when like it's time to go for a PR. All right. And then if you aren't pregnant, if you do not conceive, then everything drops, right? Everything drops, except for progesterone, right? That's ensuring that, okay, we need to create this nice little cushion for this egg that might potentially, have a baby. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, then I'm gonna drop. Okay, that's what that is. But y'all, week to week to week, our hormones are different. Okay. Our hormones are different. That is okay. You are not crazy. You are not lazy. okay? Because you feel extra tired than you did last week. That is okay. It is normal. All right. So, again, y'all, I know this was a lot. All right. I know this is a lot of information. Please look at the books that I had recommended. Follow Dr. Stacy Sims on Instagram. If you have Instagram, Dr. Gabrielle Lyon is also like a great resource. Both of them strong females, super smart, protein forward, all about creating the best optimal environment for female athletes. And again, you are an athlete. Whatever sport you do, whether if it's hunting, walking, mom life, grandma life, whatever, you are an athlete. Okay? I fully believe that. So, yeah, if y'all have any questions about this, please let me know. If you want to learn more about how you can dial in like your cycle with your training and kind of sync that up, right? Sync up your cycle and training together. Message me and we can hop on a Zoom call and we can figure that out. Yeah, but an easy trick, go by feel. That's why I am such a big component of train by feel. All right. If you wake up and you are just dead, you're like, holy crap, I did not sleep well. Like, or like I slept like a rock, but I'm still exhausted. Like, oh my gosh, like what day is it? Am I like, I'm about to start my period. I just feel dead. Okay. Maybe that day you like, if you do go into the gym, one, that is a win. Two, scale it back. All right, scale it back. And if your period does not affect you, like if your hormones aren't drastic, like some, dude, use that to your advantage. All right. Again, go by feel. You know your body better than anybody else. All right. You are the best advocate for your body. Okay. Okay. That is all. I hope I didn't overwhelm y'all. I hope y'all learned something. Again, if you have any questions, please holler at me. If I didn't answer your question, again, please holler at me, comment below, and I'll try to follow up on Thursday. All right? Have a fantastic Monday. Go win.